Hello Year 6 and welcome to today's maths lesson. Now, today we are going to be looking at some word problems mainly involving books. And every problem might involve like addition or subtraction or multiplication or division. It might involve percentages, it might involve fractions. So, different problems are going to be needed. Different methods are going to be needed to solve each of the problems. So the best way for me to give you a few examples is to get into my screen, and then after you've watched this, look at the problems, choose ready, steady or go, work out which one's going to give you a good amount of challenge. And then Year 6, I will say this again later in the video, I want to see your jottings. Capital letters, exclamation marks, big boy voice, dramatic music now. I want to see your jottings, okay? Let's get into my screen. Welcome to my screen. So, like I said, we are looking at word problems, and all of our word problems to celebrate World Book Day are going to be related to books in some kind of way, shape or form. So, let's get into them. So let's say we've got a word problem like this. David Walliams wrote his first book. It had 254 pages in it, but after he'd edited it, it was 32 pages shorter. How many pages was it now? So, all of the word problems that we do today, I want us to think about this success criteria. I appreciate that might be quite small. Let's see if I can just make it big for a minute. So, with every question we get, we're going to read the question carefully. Might want to do that twice. We're going to underline the important parts to help us understand the question, okay? Then, we're going to choose the methods and the calculations that we'll need to answer it. We're going to solve the question using the information that we've gathered. We're going to find our answer, make sure it's appropriate, and then we're going to check the methods and the working out to make sure that we have the right answer. So let me just shrink that up again, put that there, move this down a bit. So first job, read it. When David Walliams wrote his first book, it had 254 pages in it, but after he had edited it, it was 32 pages shorter. How many pages was it now? So I'm going to underline the important bits. It's not important that it was David Walliams really, but it is important that it was 254 pages long. And then after, so something happened to it, and it was made 32 pages shorter. So straight away I'm thinking, he's taken away. How many pages was it now? So what I need to do is 254 take away 32. Okay, I choose the methods I'm going to use. I'm just going to do that. I'm solving the question, so let's solve it. 254, well 254 take away 30 is going to get me to 224. Take away another 2 gets me to 222. And that's going to be my answer. Make sure you make your answer clear in the work that you did today, okay? I found the answer. Is it appropriate that it was 254 and then 30 something was taken away and it becomes 222? It does. Just check my methods. Well, that's 50's coming down. 44, 34, 24, take away another 2. I'm confident that that is right. Next question. On Mr. Summerster's bookcase, there are 6 shelves. On each shelf, there are 24 books. How many books are there on the, that should say case, sorry. How many books are there in the whole case? So there's 6 shelves, there's 24 on each one of those. How many books are on the full shelf? So I think that I'm going to be doing a times, because I'm doing the 24 books on each shelf, and then there's 6 lots of that. So I'm working out my answer. Okay, get into the habit of writing down the actual problem that you're doing. So then we're going to solve that. Different methods we could have used. I'm going to do, well, 20 times 6 is like 6 times 2 times 10, which is going to be 120. 4 times 6 is going to be 24. Put them together, and my answer is going to be 144. Does that seem accurate? If there's 24 and then it's like 24, 48, 6 lots of that, I'm quite happy. 20 times 6 is that, 4 times 6 is that, add them together. I'm confident that that is correct. Next one. The authority have £675 to spend on World Book Day resources that they share between the 3 schools in Haslingden. How much does each school get? So that's important. The word share is important, and as soon as I see share, I'm thinking divide. And they're sharing it between 3 schools. How much does each school get? So I'm doing £675, and I'm sharing that out between 3 schools. That's the question I'm doing. To do that, I'm probably going to use a bus stop. So again, not the best method, but it's quick and it gets the answer. How many 3s and 6 is 2? How many 3s into that 7 is 2, but I've got a remainder of 1. How many 3s into that is 5? So my answer is £225 each. Does that seem reasonable? That if that was split 3 ways, they'd get that? Yeah, it does. Am I happy that's right? Yes, I am. £225 each. Okay, 2 questions left. Quick video today, I think. Mr. Simister's current book is 336 pages in it. So far, he is 3/7 of the way through. How many pages has he read? So, this bit's important. 3/7 of the way through. How many pages has he read is important. So, what I need to do is, I need to find 3/7 of 336. Now, to do that, I can't find 3/7 until I know what 1/7 is. So to find 1/7 of 336, I divide by that 7. So how many 7s go into 3 is none. So carry that 3 over. How many 7s go into 33? Well, 4 gets me to 28, then I've got a remainder of, clearly I've done my maths wrong. Unless I've gone wrong somewhere. 8, so that means I've got a remainder of 5. Oh no, I am right. So then how many 7s go into 56? And the answer is 8. So I've read 48 pages. Does that make sense? I don't think that does make sense. Oh no, it does, because that's 1/7. I was thinking that doesn't look like 3/7, because 3/7 is like nearly halfway. So I've read 48 pages is 1/7. So now I need to find 3/7. So to do that, I'm going to take that 1/7, which is 48, and times it by 3. So just need to make a bit of space. Well, 40 times 3 is going to be 120. 8 times 3 is going to be 24. So my answer is 144 pages. Now that does make sense, because that's just a bit less than halfway, which I would suggest would make sense if I've done 3/7. I'm confident that that is right. Finally, our school has £1,500 to spend on English resources. We spend 50% redecorating the library, 20% on online resources, and the rest on new books. How much money gets spent on new books? So that's our amount. We spend that doing something, we spend that doing something, which means that we work out how much is left on the new books, because we don't know what that is. Now there's 2 ways of doing this. One way, someone might find 50% of that, then find 20% of that, and then work out how much is left. Or some of us, the sneakier ones, might go, well, if 50% is going on that, and 20% is going on that, that means that so far they've spent 70%. So that means that left is 30%. So what we need to find is 30% of 1,500. Now, some of you will hopefully remember that we can't find 30% until we know what 10% is. To find 10%, we are divided by 10. That only works for 10%. If you were finding 50%, you'd half it. If you were finding 25%, you'd find a quarter. So 10% of 1,500 is 150. So that means 30% is going to be 3 lots of 150, or 150 add 150 is 300, add another 150 equals £450. So my answer is, how much gets spent on new books? 450 quid. That'd be quite a lot of new books. Does that make sense? Well, it's only 30%, so it's going to be less than half, and half's like 750. I am confident that that is correct. So Year 6, your task today. Let me quickly get up the problems. So you've got an introductory page that looks like that, and then you've got a ready with 8 word problems, a steady with 8 word problems, and a go with 8 word problems. Choose the one that's going to be most appropriate for you. I have been known to say this before, and I will say it again. Year 6, I want to see your jottings and your written methods. Okay, I want to see them. So make sure you work hard on that today, and I look forward to seeing your work for this lesson. Goodbye.